This year, again, I promise that we will tackle both deficits. The target for fiscal deficit is 4.8%. It is a red line and it will not be breached under any circumstances. As far as the current account deficit is concerned, thanks to the steps taken so far and some more steps that are on the anvil, we expect that we would be able to fully finance the current account deficit this year too, and we will not be obliged to draw down on the reserves. As you are aware, we have taken some strong measures on gold imports. In June 2013, gold imports were down to 31 metric tons, and up to July 25, 2013, it was 45 metric tons. We hope to contain gold imports at a level well below last year's total imports of 845 metric tons and save a considerable amount of foreign exchange, which will have a positive impact on the current account deficit. A number of steps are underway to augment exports. There are some signs of export pickup. For instance, in services, exports on a net basis grew by 35.66% in April-May 2013. My colleague, the Commerce Minister, has announced a number of measures. I have offered him full support and provided today additional funds of rupees 2,000 crore. This will include increasing the interest subvention from 2% to 3% on certain exports. Simultaneously, we are looking at some compression in non-oil and non-gold imports, especially of non-essential goods. We have done our sums on FDI and FII flows. Even without additional measures, we estimate that the inflows will be well above US $80 billion, and that will be sufficient to finance comfortably the current account deficit, which will be contained at a level below last year's level. We have also decided to exercise some options to increase the inflows and add to the stable financing of the current account deficit. The government is actively considering significant liberalization of the FDI policy, which would further increase long-term foreign investment. We will ask some public sector companies to raise funds abroad. We have also decided on some measures to attract longer-term NRI funds. Talks are underway with long-term investors such as sovereign wealth funds and pension funds. In consultation with the RBI, we propose to liberalize longer-term ECBs in a sustainable way. We are also actively considering other measures. Taken together, we are confident that we can ensure stable sources of additional financing for the current account deficit. When the global economy is challenged, the Indian economy will also face challenges. It is the challenges that should bring out the best in the people, especially our farmers, manufacturers, and service providers. I'm an eternal optimist. Just as we consolidated the Indian economy in 2012-13, I'm confident that we will take the Indian economy one rung higher in 2013-14. We are looking forward to a growth rate of between 5.5 and 6%, and we will take all measures to achieve that goal. Now, questions.
Yes, please. Just press the mic.
So when you taken office a year ago, you mentioned that the big worry was the fiscal deficit, and after completing a year, the bigger worry now is current account deficit. There have been several measures that have been taken by you. However, Chief Economic Advisor had reiterated that there will be more steps that are in the offing to bring down the current account deficit, or at least comfortably finance it in 2013-14. Sir, could you list out some of these measures that the government's looking at?
But I thought I did in the penultimate paragraph.
No, but then you said that, what are these measures that are going to be taken?
I've listed them. FDI policy has been liberalized. Further measures will be announced. We will ask some public sector companies to raise funds abroad. we have decided on some measures to attract longer-term NRI funds. We are in talks with sovereign wealth funds and pension funds. And then, after consulting the RBI, we hope we can liberalize longer-term ECBs. All taken together will provide additional financing. But I said in the previous paragraph, even the present measures will give us inflows of about 80 billion US dollars, and we will contain the current account deficit to that level.
So what are the other, you have just said that liberalizing FDI is one option governments look. What are the other steps, other issues that you are exploring, and by when?
I've just repeated the second time the steps that we are taking.
And is there the possibility of cutting down custom duties on luxury items? Increasing. Increasing.
I've said that also. Some import compression will take place on non-essential goods. I've said that in the statement.
So while the RBI sounded very dovish in its statement yesterday, a short while back, Subbarao in an analyst call has said that inevitable it is that long-end interest rates will go up. Won't that put pressure on growth? Because according to the RBI's own estimate, they've lowered targets to 5.5%, and your own fiscal mathematics is based on 6% growth target for this fiscal.
Well, I don't know what the governor said. I thought the steps taken over the last 2 weeks was to raise the interest rates at the shorter end, and there is the normal yield curve. Unless I see his statement, I can't comment on that.
Yes, Siddharth.
Sir, right here, sir. Congratulations once again. My question in terms of the larger impact that you see because of this decisive policy shift to controlling the rupee rather than looking at growth and inflation, and you have listed out steps. I know you never target a rupee, you will never give us a number, but the currency volatility and those worries, what is your larger message at this point of time? What kind of scenario are we looking forward to in the next 2 quarters at least, sir, if not beyond that?
See, you're right when you say that we don't target a particular level for the rupee. But we certainly do not countenance speculative transactions on the rupee, especially in the overseas markets. Therefore, in the last 2 weeks, RBI, in consultation with the government, has taken a number of measures to stabilize the rupee. But once the rupee stabilizes, going forward, I think there is enough in the RBI statement yesterday hinting at easing of interest rates.